Hello everyone, it's me, TONIK TZW, and this video is called Sneaky Little Yeah, I think we'll just say that's butter and not the word that it actually is, just to keep this one family friendly, shall we? And the subline is Who Darings Wins. And that's a little play on the motto of the 22nd Special Air Service Regiment 22 SAS, the Men in Black, the original Men in Black, not Will Smith and that other bloke. But I'd like to give a shout out here to HMS Hooligan, who is there in Red Team's daring, because he did message me on Facebook afterwards and saying, you were a sneaky little butter going straight through the middle of the map. Yeah, sorry, spoiler alert. I try to be educational and informative and have a little bit of fun while doing so, and try to help those that are still learning how to play this game to understand tips, tricks, tactics, movement, positioning, and how you should always have one eye on the minimap. Some people do it better than others, and I can't. I end up with eye strain because I can't have both my eyes looking in different directions the whole time. But you do need to have your head on a swivel in this game, because you need to understand what is going on around you, who is around you, how they can hurt you, how they can support you, and whether or not they're any good or not, which in the majority of cases at Legendary tier is no. Computer says no. If you know Little Britain, you'll know that line. And right, so I've spawned here in the centre, so I'm going to play centre right. We've got a destroyer on the right. This map, a lot of the time when it's played, you get a hard push by Red Team down the right hand side, because nobody likes coming around the corners of those islands, and Blue Team always generally try to push around the left hand side, and we just end up in a big dizzy merry-go-round and nobody really does anything, and it generally turns into a slugfest. At Legendary tier as well, obviously everybody likes to go and hang at the back, and then you just end up with battleships trading blows at maximum range, and it's incredibly long and drawn out and painful. But oh dear, there's a Schlieffen ahead of me, and I know what that means. That means secondary guns, and I also imagine that there's a destroyer out here, at least one, because my perceptive indicator is telling me that there's something leading the Schlieffen, and I can't see that. So there is a little tip. There is a ship you can't see, and we haven't seen any destroyers yet. Chances are it's one of those. We've just narrowly avoided a set of torps. Now I want to save my sonar for my protection in a little bit, but our other destroyer out there has gone wide on the right flank. We've got two battleships pulling in beside the island. I flip up my torpedo indicator just to see if that guy is turning in, but he's not. So I'm kind of preparing myself for an ambush. I know I'm going to get detected using this island for cover, but whatever comes around the island is going to get detected too. And if you'd seen some of my other videos, you'll see I'm trying a new build on this, Grotzmaz Smart, who gives me currently an extra 11% AP and HE damage, and this summoner would normally be a formidable opponent, but I have to say that I am thoroughly enjoying this build on this ship. I am running William Sims and Eric Bay as well. Sims for the extra hit points to be a little bit more tanky, and Bay just to give me a little bit of concealment as well. But he pops the smoke, but he backs up into my radar. Now straight away, I'm not going to sit here doing nothing. I'm going to get some shots on that Schlieffen. You'll notice on the bottom right hand corner of the screen there's a little yellow circle with my guns in. That is because I'm running the Legendary Reload mod on my daring, and have been doing for some time. That little yellow icon means I'm doing an extra 5% damage with both HE and AP. What it also means is that's on top of the 11 point, I think it's either 11 or 11.5% at Legendary 3. The extra 11.5% damage that I do with this commander. So we're running 16% at least above what the base is. Now there's a smoke screen out there, there's some shells coming in, and I'm going to catch a couple there and get my engine knocked out. Thank you very much. Now, what I'm not going to do, because there is a destroyer and 2 battleships across there, is go charging towards that smoke screen, because there's also a Schlieffen behind those islands, and that Iwami is also pushing across there too. So we could go a 4v3 and win that one, but look at the map. It is absolutely wide open in the centre. And that is like giving a teenage boy the password to unlock the parental controls on the internet access. Because this is all boobs to me, and I'm heading straight for the nipple. The Iwami is running away. He knows I'm out here. He doesn't want to be anywhere near me. Now, there is still a Des Moines there, and I'm very wary of that Des Moines. I know he's got radar. I know he's quite fast as well. So rather than push across and try and get some damage on those guys out there, I'm going to stick to this side of the cap, away from the Des Moines, and just make those guys think that they could be in a little bit of trouble. Now, one of our battleships is pushed up there on the right. The other one seems to be heading in the opposite direction, and the destroyer seems to be playing hide and seek around the little islands. But unlike me, he obviously doesn't understand that getting too close to the Schlieffen when you're easily spotted by a destroyer is going to end in your untimely demise. He'll learn soon enough, though. So I'm just looking to see if people are coming towards me or going away. Montana is coming towards me, so let's put some torpedoes out there. This is a trick that's worked before. Narrow spreads so you get more than one torpedo on a point, and then a wide spread just in case they try to turn left or right. But that Des Moines is getting worryingly close. And battleship captains, I'm going to say it again like I've said it a million times. Please, if there's a radar cruiser in the game and you've got destroyers alive, oh yeah, we've only got one destroyer alive, and that's me. 6 are going to enter this game, shall we say, and only 1 is going to leave. That isn't going to say that, or that isn't to say that HMS Hooligan isn't going to have a blooming good go at getting back at me. But for the moment, he's out of the picture. And he is in the same ship as me, so it would be kind of even Stevens. I'm in the middle of the cap. Red team have got a choice. Either come back and get me, or run away. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to run away. There's only one person that is going to come running to the rescue of Red Cap, and it's not that Iwami. It's definitely not that Iwami. The rest of Red Team have now found themselves surrounded on the left flank, and they are getting well and truly mullered. Not in a nice way either, because there are some very deep penetrations there and there is no lubrication being used, so I imagine that the majority of Red Team are feeling very, very sore at the moment. Spread the cheeks, bend over. This is only going to hurt for a moment. I promise you, it's just the tip. But here comes HMS Hooligan, and watching him charge across the map here, I was thinking, there is no way in heck that you are going to make it across here, but I admire your bravado in giving it a jolly good go. I've only just broke 30,000 damage, which gives me a 2% reduction on reload. I put a straight line of torpedoes out there because he is charging straight towards me. If anything, it's just going to make him aware. But he's not going to get the chance because with 3 salvos in the air at once, he is shortly going to disappear as the last ship of the game. I said, you're going to disappear. There we go. And that is game over. So that's just a little bit of fun, a little bit of show and tell, a little bit of education on keeping your eyes open and understanding what is going on around you. Very low damage, 35k. I finish middle of the board, so it's in no way spectacular. But GG's to HMS Hooligan for getting top of the team for his one. That's it for this one. Don't forget, smash the like button, leave me a comment. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And we also have memberships. And if you really enjoy this video and the banter, then you can click the button on the bottom corner of the screen and you can leave a little tip as a way of saying thank you. Until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.